Hey, good morning, everybody. So here we're going to do a quick recap video between Ghislaine and I about our trip to the U.S. and her trip to Canada.
Good morning,
she
everybody.
went to Canada.
Yes.
I was left at home. Okay, why don't you give some of your thoughts of our trip to the U.S.? Did you see anything that you said, oh my God, what a change?
Well, we went to the U.S. to visit family, and we went to Kansas City, where we lived for over 28 years. It's amazing to see not only the growth, but how much everything has gone up as far as prices, even just going to the grocery store. What we used to maybe get $40, it was $80 to $100, where we can get $20 here for 2 weeks on vegetables and whatnot. But everything went up. Anything from planners, because we were getting stuff for the office.
Yeah, they had gone up quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, for a regular plain agenda planner for 2023, you couldn't get anything that was decent below $28, $29.
Well, it also depends what planner you were looking at, because you were looking for something specific. But
right,
yes, it had gone up.
The most inexpensive one was still $17, where before you can get it for $5, $6. So going to the office supply store, getting gadgets for our business. It's just everything. Groceries, I mean, gas, obviously, but
we did find some cheap stuff. Two cheap things that we did find is medicine compared to Nicaragua. If you use the good
RX,
it's called. It's an app. So if you don't have that app, highly recommend that app. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it's great to use. And the other thing is, I bought these lenses I have on right now in the U.S., and there were two reasons for it: is selection and somewhat price. I mean, they're kind of the same, but going to the ophthalmologist, I think that's what they call them, right? The eye doctor. The cost for the eye doctor there, just for the exam, is $100. In Nicaragua, it's free. So if you get an exam here and you buy the new lenses, etc., then you get it for free. I didn't ask him here what the cost is, but I don't think they really do it. They really want to engage you to buy the glasses, the prescription, etc. So that was another difference that we saw. Gas was kind of expensive.
Well, but sorry, backtracking a little bit. Medicine, yes, some medicine might be cheaper or more reasonable price in the U.S. if you have that benefit card. But here, the nice thing about here is that you don't need to go to the doctor to get prescription.
No.
I mean, if it's something major, of course. But over there, to go and see the doctor, you're already $100 out of pocket. So there's the pros and cons when it comes to medicine. Yeah. A lot of the medicine here is imported from Mexico. So yeah, I can see why some of the stuff it's more pricey versus, U.S. Now, as far as Canada, it was so cold in the U.S. and Canada. I got sick with a cold, and medicine just over the counter. Wow. It was very cold. I definitely missed being home, but it was nice seeing family. But in Canada also, I checked everything from the office store, grocery store, pharmacies, to even real estate. We were anywhere from Ottawa, Montreal, and certain areas in Ontario. And I mean, anything from a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, tiny little 500 square foot average, we were already talking in the $200,000-$300,000. And no parking. That's what I was even more surprised, that no parking. And you're paying already that plus the monthly fees. And then for houses itself, tiny little lot, small little house, small square footage, 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, you're already talking the $399 and above. And I'm talking rural areas as well as in the city. City, of course, you're talking more condos and apartments or much more significant cost of real estate. So It was a bit of a wide opening, I guess, because we haven't traveled for a couple of years. But
that's a good part of not having traveled. Now you can see the shock, so to speak, and now you can see also why people are talking about the significant increases in living expenses, real estate, and work. You know, you're going to work, and what you're making at work is not meeting those increases. You know, and that's a tough one.
Well, so, actually, and I'm sorry, but we were just talking to family in Europe, and so the cost of gas and electricity has gone up to the point where now a lot of people in Europe and
Northern
Europe have had to cut their heating system just so they can maintain their electric bill
within a
reasonable cost, and to find out that they cannot run their fireplaces to warm up to make up for the heat loss. And
so in Europe, like for example in Holland, in certain cities, if you have a fireplace, you cannot turn the fireplace on because the CO2 and all that pollution. So the only time you can do it if it's very windy, but if you're cold, it sucks. So my sister told me yesterday where the norm in our family has always been around 21 Celsius, you know, for heating. They have dropped it to 17, and they're feeling the pinch. And there are families in the Netherlands, I'm not going to generalize, but in the Netherlands, based on the news and everything that she's listening to, they're basically cutting completely on the heating because they cannot afford the significant increases in gas, and that is all due to the Ukraine-Russia war. So the impact in Europe is felt. But going back to Canada and the U.S., I think that is one of the big reasons we see such a great move of Canadians and Americans during the snowbird season that we're right now in, that are coming here for 3 to 6 months, and we're seeing now people extending their stays here in Nicaragua. Why? Because it's a hell of a lot cheaper, right, to live here, both in food, both in entertainment, restaurants, just driving around, taxis. I mean, I don't even want to look at the Uber bill because that was quite a bit.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention restaurants, I mean, it was amazing how much we visited even some of the restaurants we used to go to.
Oh my God, don't tell me.
And went up anywhere from 30 to 40%.
Yeah, significant.
On some of the foods, menus and whatnot. So,
well, which I understand. I mean, if everything goes up, they have to go up too. Otherwise, they will not stay in business. But what we're here in this quick thing, what we're kind of want to talk about is the shock. Going back after 3.5 years that we haven't traveled, and we went to see the kids and everything. And there is a shock in the system when you're, not only in the cost of airlines, but now the cost of education. I don't even want to talk about that because our daughter is going to college in Kansas, and it's significant increase. So for us, it's kind of nice to see these increases because it makes it easier to kind of talk about our story, why we moved here. And now that we're here, we are saying, golly, thank God that we're here, because we would have been spending a lot more money in the U.S. than we're here. Okay, thank you all. Hey, thank you, dear, for this is our second video together. So I'm trying to hey guys, give me some good reviews. You can say terrible Paul, great for Ghislaine, so that way I can get her to be entertained and join me in more videos. Thanks a lot, you all. You take care.
Thank you, everybody.
Till next one. Thank you.